What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Friday night's late night agenda. Your weekend has officially begun. Let's get into it. There's a load to get through tonight, but it's going to be based off a theory that I have. Yep, you heard me right. I've got the tinfoil hat on. I'm sitting down. I'm looking at the market, and I've come to a conclusion. I think I can see some sense to this Kylian Mbappe bid. Bear with me. I haven't lost the plot altogether. You know what I'm going to ask you to do though, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. So here's my theory. I'm going to spell it out for you, and I'm going to ask you to give me your opinion. So we all sat here last night kind of chuckling at the €200 million offer that supposedly has gone into PSG for Kylian Mbappe from Liverpool Football Club. We know very well that he's most likely going to end up at Real Madrid. Hear me out. I wonder, is there some shenanigans afoot? And I mean that in a good way this time. I wonder if Liverpool are testing Real Madrid's resolve here, perhaps trying to up the ante a little bit and see if they are coming in for Mbappe. Will they move on one of the two players that we've been very strongly linked to? Now, before you think I've completely lost the plot, think about this. Liverpool maybe are flirting around the Kylian Mbappe situation, maybe to try and trigger interest from Real Madrid, maybe they aren't. But either way, if Madrid do indeed make a bid for Kylian Mbappe, they're most likely going to have to move on at least one person. And maybe Liverpool are looking to try and drive the price up for Mbappe, because the higher that goes, the likelihood of Tchouaméni or Valverde becoming available, well, that only increases. That's what I think could be happening here. I've got nothing to back this up. I've got no proof to back it up in any way, shape or form. But look at it from our point of view. Right now, we've brought in two midfielders, Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister. And we're sitting back now and waiting to see what the next move is from Liverpool Football Club. A lot of people are expecting us to go in for a Mayo Lavia, but there's one very clear problem with that. He's still very, very, very wet behind the ears. He's still very unexperienced. He's still very meh. I don't know what meh means, but he's not. It's not like the other two signings. You look at Alexis McAllister and you look at Dominic Szoboszlai and you think, right, they're ready for the here and now. Liverpool potentially paying £50 million for a 19-year-old who's only played 17 more games at senior level than Stefan Bajcetic would just seem very un-Liverpool-like. So I wonder, has Jurgen Klopp maybe cast his eye back towards Madrid, because we haven't shown any real desire to get this third midfielder in yet. I've mentioned on streams I've done previously that I think Liverpool are looking back now, or looking into the market and observing to see what happens. Because I do get the feeling there will be a point this summer where one transfer will trigger a lot of big transfers. And Real Madrid apparently have been given a deadline, as has Kylian Mbappe, by PSG to make up their damn minds by the end of this month. PSG want Kylian Mbappe future resolved by the end of July. Whether that's him saying he's 100% not signing a new deal and they look to sell him, or whether that's Mbappe signing a new deal. This looks like the time he is going to move. I do think he will end up a Real Madrid player, and I think there's probably already an agreement in place with Real Madrid for the wages and all that kinds of stuff. But I do think Liverpool could be being really clever and really coy here, and I hope that that is the case. I've got nothing against the idea of signing Romeo Lavia. In fact, it could be a very good piece of business, but it's not a guaranteed success. If Liverpool could get one of those two targets, and we're probably far more in need of the likes of an Arlie and Tchouaméni. I know people are going to say there's no chance of getting either of those two out of Real Madrid, but I don't know. I really do think that Florentino Perez right now is just besotted with Kylian Mbappe. They've said they're not going to do much more business, if any business, in this window after they brought in Jude Bellingham. I think that they're going to lie. I think that they're going to go back into the market, and I think Kylian Mbappe, before the transfer window shuts, will be a Real Madrid player. I've got no belief whatsoever that Liverpool are in for Mbappe. None. But I do think it works for everybody if Liverpool just let this Spanish journalist come out with the €200 million offer, because Liverpool haven't poo-pooed it. No journalists have come out and gone, that's absolutely not right. Because, well, I don't know. But I imagine it's got something to do with the fact that we are looking and observing. Now, we will need to bring in a centre-back. And it looks like, again, Liverpool are waiting to see what happens with Levi Colwill. I mentioned this to you guys yesterday. Jurgen Klopp, the club, are big admirers of Colwill. He, I believe, was a Liverpool fan when he was younger. You've all seen the images of him in the shirt. If you haven't, have a little quick search of it. One of his former youth coaches posted a picture of him in a Liverpool shirt, and apparently he was a big Stevie G fan. Look, weren't we all? Nothing to be ashamed of there, Levi. So I think if we can get him, we'll go from. If we can't, I think we'll have to reassess. But again, I don't think Liverpool are going to jump into the market again in the coming days unless we're really, really surprised and something happens. But I'm very intrigued because a lot of people are starting to say that they think that we're done. Some people in our chat are saying that they believe that Liverpool's transfer business is complete and that FSG just won't pony up any more cash. So there's two things to think about. Is it done, or are we waiting to see if other things become available? And something we haven't really spoken too much about, the potential of somebody leaving. Fabinho is of serious interest to El Ittihad in Saudi Arabia, who of course is coached by Nuno Espirito Santo, former Wolves coach and former coach of Fabinho at Rio Ave, who brought him, I believe, to Europe. So I do think there's something in that. And from speaking to my fellow Liverpool fans on our live streams, I don't think anybody would be against selling Fabinho for 30, 35, 40 million quid. And if we did that, there's your pool of money to put in for Tchouaméni. Do you see where I'm going with this now? If they were willing to sell him and we could sell on Fabinho, that extra 30 or 40 million could be the difference between what we'd have to pay for Lavia and what Liverpool would be prepared to pay for Tchouaméni, whom we know Jurgen Klopp is a huge admirer of. And it does look like midfield opportunities are going to be limited for Tchouaméni at Real Madrid. They've got Camavinga, who'd already been playing at right back, but he'll probably move into the middle. They've got Jude Bellingham, they've got Luka Modric, they've got Toni Kroos, they've got Federico Valverde. So, you know, opportunities could be a little bit limited there, and I think he would be somebody who Real Madrid would be willing to sacrifice. Now look, I know, I did tell you this was a theory, but the more I think about it, the more I think there could be some logic to it. So, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section as always. Or do you think Liverpool are done? I really, really don't think we're done. And I'm not very positive in my assessment of the owners, but I do think Liverpool are just being a little bit coy now. So Pochettino has started his role at Chelsea. He'll be speaking to Colwill soon. Obviously, he's having a break after the under-21 Euros. See, Trent, by the way, took 1 week's holiday before coming back to start training again. So, absolute top notch. All the boys really are putting the shift in to prepare for what looks like a big season ahead. You've seen the pictures of Jordan Henderson. He looks absolutely ripped. And I'm excited. I genuinely am excited for the new season. But I think there's going to be a twist or two left in this transfer market. And I'm very excited by it. Imagine, just let yourself dream for a second. Liverpool end this window with Alexis McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Aurélien Tchouaméni as our midfield rebuild, adding to Curtis Jones, to Harvey Elliott, Jordan Henderson. In this scenario, probably no Fabinho, but maybe still a Thiago. I'm excited by it. I think there could be something to it. But of course, I want to know your thoughts. So as always, it's over to you, my friends. Anything else that you'd like us to discuss, let me know. Connor is away for a couple of weeks, so it's just yours truly holding things down. If there's any subject you'd like me to broach or tackle, you know what to do. Let me know in the comment section. Until then, tinfoil hat firmly on. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.